This is Celebrity MasterChef Australia.
If you ain't feeling the pressure now, maybe you should.
18 celebrities, head-to-head. Athletes.
Love to win, don't like to come second.
Writers.
I'm going to give it a red-hot go, so watch out.
Comedians. Fashion leaders.
It's like going to the Olympics. I want the gold medal.
State leaders.
I wouldn't have come here if I didn't think that I had a chance.
Battling through the heats.
Stop!
For a place in the finals.
Is it good enough? Is it right?
A tilt at the trophy.
I'd love another trophy.
And title of Australia's first Celebrity MasterChef.
I am going to win today.
And $50,000 for their favourite charity.
Is that all going to work?
Uh-oh, I should have done pork chop.
Last time,
Bring us something beautiful.
Anna, Eamon and Simon pulled out all the stops.
Oh, my God.
As Eamon's lamb landed the pressure test pig.
Bang!
It's good to have the upper hand.
Then his crispy duck had George wrapped.
That is delicious.
And Eamon in the semis.
I really can't believe I won.
Now, 3 more celebrities face the MasterChef pressure cooker. Tonight,
Make it beautiful. Come on, guys.
opening bat Simon Cattage's tough taste test.
Now, you're at a little bit of a disadvantage, aren't you?
Author Wendy Harmer cooks the other white meat.
Got some little bunnies.
And fashion designer Alex Perry.
The whites do not match. I just don't like that.
Who can impress the best and land a semi-final spot?
The winner of today's heat.
I'm Alex Perry, fashion designer and judge on Australia's Next Top Model. I love food. For me, it punctuates your life. It brings back memories. It is something that will make an event completely special. As a fashion designer, detail's very important to me. In cooking, it's actually not. I don't like anything that's too tricky. I like good, hearty food that's served in a big bowl that tastes fantastic. How you get it there, I don't care.
Alex Perry, welcome to the MasterChef kitchen.
Thank you very much.
So, what is Australia's most successful designer doing at MasterChef?
I love eating, so, you know, like anything that's got to do with cooking or eating, I'm there.
You're Greek.
I am, and George is. You know, the Greeks and a lot of people who immigrate to Australia, the food's kind of the most important thing. I've learnt from what my mum does, what my wife Mary does, what my mother-in-law does.
Do you approach your cooking at home like you would design a dress?
I generally, you know, start from a recipe, so there's always a picture, and I tackle things in a visual way. Like when I measure the dish at the end, I look at it and see if it looks like what it does in the picture.
Well, Alex, you're going to be facing some tough competition today, so let's find out who your first combatant is.
I'm Simon Cattage, opening batsman for the Australian Test cricket team. I've played in 3 Ashes series and I've played one-day cricket for Australia. I live with my wife Georgie, and because I'm away a lot, when I'm at home I love cooking, so I generally do most of it.
Thank you, Simon.
I'm extremely competitive on the cricket field, and I'm sure that that will translate in the kitchen. But I'm pretty sure that I'll hold the sledging back.
Simon, welcome to the MasterChef kitchen. Now, you're at a little bit of a disadvantage, aren't you, in terms of the kitchen, because you're lacking one of the 5 fundamental senses.
I am. I can't smell. So I won't be able to know if something's burning or something like that, but it's something I've learned to deal with, and hopefully it won't hold me back.
As a cricketer, you spend a lot of time travelling. Favourite food experience when you travel?
I'd have to say I love eating the curries in India. Very good food, and we always get well looked after, so close second probably Sri Lanka.
Now, gentlemen, let's meet our third competitor today.
I'm Wendy Harmer, performer, author, mother. My life is chaos. Chaos is my life. Hey guys, dinner's ready. I think my friends and family, it's the one thing they'd say about my cooking is that there's a lot of it. Yummy. I know what a mirepoix is. I know, how to make a sauce veloute. I know all the sort of technical terms. I can't cook them, but I know them.
Wendy Harmer.
Yes.
Welcome to the MasterChef kitchen.
Thank you very much.
You're a performer, an author, comedian. You're used to having an audience. How are you going to cope in the MasterChef kitchen?
Well, at home I have an audience when I cook because there's usually 20 people in my house watching me cook. Yeah, we have really big do's at my house every Friday and Saturday night. And I'm the cook.
Do they love it?
Yeah, they always come back.
Well, they wouldn't complain, would they?
No, they're very happy about it.
It's free dinner.
Yeah.
Alex, Simon, Wendy, there are 6 heats in this competition, and one person from each heat goes through to the semi-finals. There can only be one winner from that point onwards to become the first Celebrity MasterChef. Alex, how would it feel to become our first Celebrity MasterChef?
Oh, see, I need to do it because I'm quite competitive, and more than anything else, I want that trophy. I've never had a trophy in my whole life, and it's a big, shiny, sparkly one, and sorry, but I really need that trophy.
Simon, do you need a trophy? Really?
I'd love another trophy.
Oh, another. See, that's why I need that trophy.
And Wendy, for you, what would this mean for you?
If you put me in a competition, I'm going to give it a red-hot go, so watch out.
Boys.
This is how today's heat's going to work. 2 rounds. The first round, we want to see your signature dish.
Round 2 is where it counts. It's called the pressure test. Win the signature dish challenge and you will decide which dish all 3 of you will be cooking in the pressure test.
I think I'm the most competitive out of the 3 of us today, and I am going to win today.
Behind you, you'll find your workstations, and over here, the famous MasterChef pantry, full of gorgeous ingredients with which you can make some beautiful dishes.
Head over to your stations where you'll find your very own MasterChef apron.
You have 90 minutes.
Put all your energy, all your passion, and of course, all your love onto the plate. Your time starts now.
Chop, chop!
Your heart rate jumps up like boom.
It begins, and funnily enough, that's when I stop feeling nervous because I've got a job to do. The first 30 minutes are critical for me because I need to get the pastry rolled out, filled, make up the pies and get them in the oven. So I really don't want to be interrupted. I don't want to have to chat about what I'm doing.
Alex Perry,
Yes.
what is your signature dish?
It is spanakopita, cheese and spinach pie.
Spanakopita, which translates as basically spinach
Cheese
pie.
and spinach pie.
Fantastic.
This is like a really basic Greek dough.
Okay.
How many times have you made this before?
Twice.
Okay. I thought you were going to say hundreds.
But I'm going to do like a classic Greek salad to go with it. Also going to do like a tzatziki to go with it as well.
Oh,
It's kinda
wow. So what's
know,
in your tzatziki, which is a yogurt sauce?
packed with flavour. Tzatziki needs to have a real punch. It needs to be creamy. It needs to have like plenty of flavour in it. Same with a salad.
Yummy. Sounds delicious.
It will be.
Can I tell you how much I hate this thing? I hate those potato peelers. So I'm peeling potatoes and I know everyone at home's watching going, she can't even peel a potato.
Wendy,
Hello.
tell us quickly, what is your signature dish?
Well, I'm going to make some rabbit for you today.
Got some little bunnies.
I'm going to make a rabbit in mustard sauce. Then I'm going to make you a spinach and pear puree.
Can you put that knife down? It's starting to make me nervous.
Why does this dish represent you?
I think it's got really warm flavours. You can do it in a great big pot, or you can, you know, make it into a much smaller, more elegant sort of dish. And so I'm giving you the elegant version.
My initial reaction is to make sure that I take my time. I'm very methodical about what I have to do and just go through the process so that I get everything right and timings are perfect.
Simon.
How you going, George?
You got your pads on?
I'm all padded up. Hopefully I won't cut myself in the kitchen.
What's your dish, mate? What's your signature dish?
I'm doing a herb-crusted salmon fillet, which will be on a bed of mashed potatoes with wilted spinach and a lemon dill vinaigrette.
Sounds delicious.
I'm interested to know this sense of smell thing. Has that always been like that since
Yeah,
you were a
as
kid?
far back as I can remember, I haven't been able to smell.
Because you rely very heavily on your sense of smell, you know, when you taste.
Look, I think I can taste reasonably well, so hopefully my food will taste well.
OK, Simon, let's hope it all comes together.
Good luck, mate.
So, George, you've got another Greek in the kitchen and he's making spanakopita. You know what that's all about.
Well, I mean, he did say he's only done it a couple of times, and it's quite an oily dough and a soft dough because you need to stretch it and you need to get some sort of lamination in there. So when you bake it, you get this crisp outside, and all you get is in the middle is this soft, beautiful filling of spinach, dill, feta, creamy, gutsy flavour.
So Wendy Harmer, our comedian, she's got rabbits. Sounds fantastic.
If she does it right, it will be an absolute cracker.
I think what worries me is she's doing a more complex version than the one that she does at home. Has she bitten off more than she can chew? Is she going to time it just right?
Gary Simon Kadich, opening batsman for Australia. Do you think he's going to hit a 6 with that salmon dish?
The thing that does make me smile, though, is he's got no sense of smell. I've got a friend who doesn't have any adenoids and they can't smell a thing. They are a hopeless cook. Interesting.
With the ingredients for my filling all chopped and ready, I have to make these long sausage rolls filled with spinach and then roll those up.
Half hour down already. 1 hour to go.
Make it beautiful. Come on, guys.
I made a quick egg glaze. It's kind of like makeup for a spanakopita, so it's nice and golden when it comes out of the oven.
Because I can't smell, as I go along, I'm trying to taste everything that I'm doing. I've tasted the breadcrumbs just to make sure that they've been seasoned well and that the taste is right.
Then I've got my big red pot. I get my bacon going in that. That's what I'm going to cook the rabbit in initially, in that really beautiful bacon fat.
Loving the smells in this kitchen. It is beautiful.
You've got 45 minutes left before you plate up the best signature dish you have ever plated up.
At 45 minutes to go, I look in the oven and I see my potatoes are done. How good is this oven? This is a miracle.
So halfway through chopping my tomatoes for the salad, I realised that I haven't checked the spanakopita in the oven. It was like Hades. I put it up so hot because I was so paranoid of not having them cooked well enough. And one of them had already started to burn.
I think it's about time to put my salmon on. I want to get the skin nice and crisp, so I cook that for about 3 minutes.
Wendy Harmer, how's it going? What are you doing? Show me.
I'm just trying to get this sauce down a little.
Is this like one of those classic French rabbit and mustard dishes?
Yes. Matt comes over and has a taste and just has one of those inscrutable looks. Don't do that. It terrifies me.
With 10 minutes to go, I'm cooking my salmon. I've got the skin right in the pan. Now it's the oven's turn to do the trick. And from that point on, I'm going to pretty much stand there and watch it like a hawk.
The whites don't match.
The whites don't match.
The whites do not match.
They're white. Stop fussing. White is white. Come on, stop being Kandinsky.
I just don't like that when the whites don't match. I mean, nobody would understand it, but I actually take quite a long time standing at that rack, hoping that something else would materialise, and of course it's not going to, so I just have to choose from what's on there.
You have 5 minutes to go.
I can feel the tension with 5 minutes to go. I've turned around and seen what's going on behind me, and it looks like mayhem.
I'm trying to do some artwork with pieces of potato.
Guys, it's the final countdown.
You have 1 minute to go. This is the 60 seconds that count.
It's like not a very good smear, is it? It's a bit of like an oil slick.
30 seconds to go. This is where it all counts. Go, go, go.
Make sure your plating is clinical. The plate has no fingerprints. It's not a police station. This is MasterChef.
Okay, you're right. Off.
You've got 10 seconds to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Your first challenge of the day was to cook your signature dish.
Winning this round is vital, as it will give you a massive advantage going into round 2.
Our opener, the first dish we want to taste, suitably, is Simon Cattich's.
Simon, what were you worried about most?
I was most concerned about the salmon fillet being cooked well.
Shall we find out? What are we looking for?
Well, hopefully just a slight touch of pink.
In terms of how the salmon's cooked, it's over for me, and quite a bit over for me. If you'd have cooked that 2 to 3 minutes less in the oven, it would have been absolutely spot on.
I can definitely taste this real freshness about this dish. There's some acidity in there, there's citrus in there, or lemon of some description. The herb crust is a really nice textural thing as well. Salmon is overcooked, but you know what? Fantastic job. You can bat really well, and you can cook really well as well. Well done, thanks.
It's such a pity you didn't plate that bit of salmon on its side, because where the skin's crispy, it's absolutely delicious. You get that other layer of texture that the dish lacks. Well done, Simon.
Wendy, crunch time. Up you come with your beautiful rabbit dish.
I think I'd rather stand in front of a drunken bucks night doing stand-up comedy than I would with my little plate of food in front of those 3 judges.
Wendy. I like the dish. I like it because it's honest, and I like it because the mustard kicks out and the bacon and the cream. Whether or not those 2 elements go well together is a different thing, but I'd be happy to sit there and share it with you. So thank you.
Thanks.
I hope everyone at home's looking at this dish and going, they want to go out and cook rabbit, because rabbit is a great ingredient. Thank you for putting yourself on the plate, and just get rid of the smear.
Rid of the smear.
Good
Okay,
girl.
gotcha. Thank you.
As I'm taking my dish up to the judges, I kept telling myself, it doesn't matter if they don't like it. It does.
Alex.
Georgie.
Your spanakopita is beautiful. It's tasty. The pastry, honestly, when I was looking at you rolling it out, it was a bit unorthodox.
Yeah.
It needs to be a bit more thin, but you know what? It's got this sort of, this Moorish bite that you just want to, you know, crack into it and get some more. Your filling is the hero here. Yeah. It's got dill, that flavour of dill. It's just beautiful. That, I can't kiss my girlfriend after this.
Yeah. No, she has to eat it too.
Ah.
And then it doesn't matter.
Thanks, Alex.
Thank you. Go on.
How much garlic is there in there? Because it smells like you're trying to...
4 cloves.
Do I like it in a restaurant? No, it's clumsy. Do I like it in a home setting? I love it. As a signature dish, though, as an expression of you,
yeah,
then it's fantastic.
Thank you.
I'm really glad you cooked it. Thank you, Alex. Only one of you can win the advantage going into round 2. And that person is Alex Perry.
Thank you. Thank you.
I was really happy to win that. I think that there is a slight edge with being able to select the recipe for the challenge that we have to do this afternoon. It doesn't mean that I get to start 20 minutes before the rest of them. You know what I mean? That's an advantage.
This is how the pressure test works. You all get the same ingredients. You will all cook the same dish. The winner of the pressure test has a guaranteed spot in the semi-finals.
The person who's going to supply those 2 dishes is an icon of the Australian industry. She is the irrepressible and the slightly terrifying Stephanie Alexander.
I'm Stephanie Alexander. I'm a cook, I'm a food writer, but what I really love best of all these days is turning kids on to great fresh food, which they do through our kitchen garden program.
I want people to understand how easy it is to grow their own food and then to take it into the kitchen and to really enjoy it. Read the recipe very carefully, try and visualise what it is that you're trying to achieve, and then be very ordered.
Hello, Stephanie.
Hey, Stephanie.
I'm ecstatic because I actually have her Cook's Companion book at home and I have cooked from it before.
She's a very, very impressive woman and I'm a big fan.
Stephanie, welcome to the MasterChef kitchen.
Thank you very much, George. I'm delighted to be here.
Alex, Stephanie has brought in 2 beautiful dishes. As the winner of round 1, you get to pick one of those dishes that all 3 of you must cook. Stephanie, what is the first dish?
The first dish is a kulubiak, which is a Russian dish originally, and it is a poached fillet of salmon, and then it has layers of rice cooked with eggs and crepes, and the whole thing is rolled in puff pastry and baked and served with a dill butter sauce.
As soon as I saw the myriad of ingredients that were involved in that dish, I just knew that that was a really, really difficult challenge.
Stephanie, what's the second option for Alex to pick from?
This is a crepe layer cake with the layers being both lemon curd and cream, and then a very beautiful topping made of passion fruit juice and orange juice.
My heart starts pounding and I know I'm in trouble because I don't cook a lot of desserts and it looked very, very intricate.
There's 10 crepes in that, and the crepes have to be tissue thin, or else when you eat it, it feels tough.
Tissue thin.
So, Alex, which of these 2 dishes will you choose for the three of you to cook today?
I'm desperate that Alex is going to pick the salmon dish, even though I don't know how to cook puff pastry.
I was trying to figure out at that time which one, so which is going to be the lesser of two evils. I feel like eating cake today.
Why the crepe stack?
Look, to be honest, I don't think one is easier than the other in any way, but I figured that if we're going to bash it out in the kitchen, at the end of it, we can have a piece of cake, and that would be really nice. I want to eat some cake.
So, Stephanie, 10 is the number of layers of crepes in this cake. How many crepes can our contestants make with the amount of ingredients that you've given them?
10.
Let's taste.
Oh, yes, big ooze there.
Tastes magnificent. It looks fantastic. It was faultless.
I taste the cake and it tastes great. And that, you know, gives me more confidence because, you know, I think I can do this. I'm not relaxed, though.
One very difficult dish, but we are going to give you an advantage. And that advantage is called a lifeline. It's 90 seconds with Stephanie Alexander at a time that you choose.
I immediately know what mine's going to be. She's going to have to come down and help me cook those crepes.
You have 90 minutes to produce a beautiful 10-layered lemon curd cake.
Your time starts now.
I grate the lemons to begin with. You just need to begin something that's familiar.
I'm going to start with the crepes. I start with the crepes because I know it needs to set for 15 minutes.
Alex?
Yeah.
You're reading that recipe really intently?
Yes.
I was so focused on what I was doing, I just wasn't up for a chat right now.
Now, the first thing on the recipe was to make the crepes, is that right?
No. I mean, I'm always up for a chat at most times, but right then and there, it wasn't about chatting.
He's very intense, isn't he? You say you're not, but my goodness. So you're worried about the crepes? Because what do you reckon the most critical part of it is?
Getting the batter consistency right, making sure that the pan is good, a little bit greased, not too greasy.
Yeah, I reckon heat's critical. You know, you don't want the pan to be too hot.
Yeah.
Because if it is, what it does is it cooks the mixture as soon as it hits the pan and doesn't allow you to sort of feather that mixture through the pan and make a really thin crepe. So lower rather than higher would be my recommendation.
Definitely. Wendy?
Hello there.
What are you worried about?
Yeah.
Oh, look, I think the crepes are going to be the challenge for all of us.
Yeah. You made crepes before? Come on, you must have.
Pancakes, lots of kids' pancakes.
We'll leave you to it, yeah?
Thank you very much.
Good luck.
I want to make the lemon curd mixture. I zest 3 lemons, juice a couple of lemons. I put the juice, rinds, eggs and sugar into the saucepan and then I bring it to boil.
Pancakes already. Now, you were super organised earlier on today.
I don't know about that. I might be super
I think
slow.
the most meticulous chef we've ever had in the kitchen.
What happened?
What is happening? You got a bit of rubbish over here, got a bit of rubbish over there.
Yeah, I know, there's stuff everywhere.
It's all falling apart.
It has.
Is it because you're following a recipe?
I am.
Make sure you read the recipe at every stage, because this is critical.
Yeah.
You've done a good job on the crepes. Allow that to rest for 15 minutes, and let's hope it starts coming together for you. Simon, give it your best. Very intense in here. We did not see this level of concentration earlier on today. It's nice to see. Is it because Stephanie's staring over the balcony at you? I'm not sure. Let's hope you can pull this recipe off. Half an hour has elapsed already. You have 1 hour to go.
This is the dish that will hopefully send you through to the semi-final, so make it beautiful.
I have used gelatin before, but I haven't used it a lot. I soak the gelatin in cold water, squeeze the water off it, add 1 tablespoon of boiling water, and then I add that to the mixture so that it sets.
So I take the lemon curd out of the blast chiller, and then I poured in the cream and started beating it, and kept beating it and beating it, and it just wasn't getting any thicker. Previously, I was really only concerned about the crepes, but now I had this little niggling curd monster in the back of my head going, I'm going to be watery, and you're going down.
Stephanie.
Yes?
Lifeline, please.
OK, well, the first thing I'd say was your crepe pan usually has very small size, so it's easier
wrong
to...
pan, say no more.
Right.
I wasn't even using the crepe pan.
So that's the right pan.
Right.
Beautiful.
I was too stressed out to actually be embarrassed.
Is that enough butter?
Definitely.
And then we have 1/4 cup mixture.
Oh, we did have. We might get another one.
Quick
but-
rinse.
That's OK. 1/4 cup of mixture.
Yeah, OK. Pour.
You're running
Bravely.
out of time.
Swirl, 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 swirl.
Oh, more mixture. More mixture. Swirl, swirl,
Now put it back
swirl.
on to cook.
OK, Wendy,
Yes.
that's your 90 seconds up.
My 90 seconds is up.
Now, you can see the technique, though, can't you?
Yeah.
It does take a bit of practice.
Yeah, sure. Yikes. Breaking. Horrible.
I decide to make the cream filling, and that's simple. So it's basically just some cream and some gelatin that you beat up. The right amount of gelatin is really important as well. So you've got to follow the recipe absolutely to the letter.
I get to my 3rd crepe, and the flipping process goes horribly wrong.
Oh, no.
We only get the right amount of mixture to make 10, so we can't afford to stuff them up.
You have less than 30 minutes to go. George and I are really concerned you're not going to get finished in time.
You need to get your skates on. You need to start running. You need to get it done. Come on, guys.
So I've got 30 minutes to go. I don't have a crepe yet. My curd's not thickening.
Can I have a lifeline?
So have we chosen the right pan, Alex?
The pan that I've got.
Are you sure?
Of course, there's a crepe pan on the other side.
That would be that.
Could be the one.
That's the one. And where would you pour the batter, and how would you advise
Well, I
Alex
would
to...
just get a measure of batter, pour it straight in the middle, and without any stuffing around, swirl.
Yeah.
Don't be tentative. Go.
You got 10 seconds. Oh, look at that. You got 10 seconds, Alex.
Right.
Is there anything else you want to ask in your last 10
No, that
seconds?
was just perfect.
Simon, Wendy, Alex, you've got 15 minutes to go.
Come on, guys. A little bit of mojo in your movement. Let's go. Come on.
Once I've finished my crepes, I start making my orange and passion fruit topping mixture. I taste it. It tastes quite passion fruity. It's time for it to go in the freezer.
I think out of the 10 crepes, I made about 3 good ones, and the rest looked like, well, old lady's holy underpants hanging on the line.
I get my curd out of the freezer, and I want to start layering my cake.
Stephanie, can I have my lifeline, please? This may sound simple. I've got all my crepes under control.
Yep.
I've got everything sorted. This is my lemon curd. I just need
Very
to know
thin.
it's thin.
It's too thin.
Stephanie points out that my lemon curd is not quite right.
I'd be giving that another whisk. You're looking for the consistency of whipped cream, probably the consistency of your other one.
I feel like I was on track to get things completed. However, I now have to wait for the lemon curd mixture to reset, which could take another 10 minutes.
You have 5 minutes to go.
Come on, guys. Do Stephanie proud. Please make it beautiful. Come on.
And I started to assemble. So I had to select through the crepes. I knew there were like 4 or 5 dodgy ones which I could hide in the centre layers and then use a couple of good ones up the top. You know, use the good fabric on the top and use something not so good in the middle. But then the curd came into play. The consistency of the curd was just not right. It was way too runny. It was just not going to happen.
I make a decision to bring the cake out, and I bring it out, rush it out, whack the topping on. My topping's looking a little bit lumpy. I'm worried that that might be my downfall.
So I'm feeling pretty good. It's in the freezer and it's got the topping on it. And then I hear Mr. Perry behind me say, oh my God, I've got these 2 pieces of gelatin left over. And I went, ha ha. And then I realised that I had 2 as well.
No, no, no. Oh, the topping, 3 leaves of gelatin. I think I may have only used 1.
You have 1 minute to go, so I'd be thinking about demoulding this beautiful little cake now.
I'm still desperate to win, but I know that I'm going to be struggling because I put my cake in last.
You've got 30 seconds to go, come on!
Stop yelling, it's not helping.
How does it extend out? Oh, like that.
This is the point at which I'm seriously nervous.
You have 10 seconds. 5, 4, don't forget the base. 3, 2, 1, that's it, time's up. Step away from the bench.
I've never been more glad of anything being over in my whole entire life. I mean, gladder than puberty finishing, glad. Walking into the restaurant with my dish, I was trying to soothe myself by thinking that hopefully the taste will triumph over the presentation.
Alex, tough challenge.
Yeah, tough.
Very, very tough.
You see people do it and it's a lot, you know, it looks a lot easier than what it is.
Okay, Alex, let's slice.
Carve it up.
Carve it up, let's have a look.
Okay.
It's all about the layers, this cake, so let's see how you've done. Good effort. You made a mistake with the lemon curd, so the lemon curd hasn't given it that bulk, and it hasn't given it the sweetness that it needs between each layer. Good attempt on the glaze on the top. Tastes as it should do. It's nice and acidic.
I actually like the tartness of the jelly. I agree with Gary. There's quite a savoury note to the whole thing.
That passion and orange flavour is strong, acidic. I actually like that in the dish. The crepes aren't too thick. Given the fact that you don't have the benefit of those thick seams of lemon curd, it actually eats quite well.
So fine effort, you know.
Thank you.
Needs a bit of sweetness, but next time.
Okay.
Thank you, Alex. You may leave.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Alex.
See ya. Leaving the restaurant, I'm a complete shell of my former cooking self. I knew that this really was my Waterloo.
Walking into the restaurant with my dish, all I can think is, this is not what it is supposed to look like.
Wendy, how did you go in the kitchen?
Well, as you can see, that's not a jelly.
Well, no, not really. Would you cut us 3 slices of cake? I actually, as much as you made a mistake with the jelly, I actually love this soupy sort of passion fruit stuff. It's quite weird. I don't know why, but I do.
In terms of flavours, it's all there. It's all there. The trouble with the pressure test is about recreating a recipe and trying to get as close to that very high level that Stephanie Alexander has set, and that's where the dish has failed. Otherwise, though, damn, it tastes good.
The crepes are a little thick.
Not bath mat, was that the word you were looking for with the crepes?
No, bath, it's
okay.
not as bad as a bath mat, not as chewy as a bath mat. It's a nice dessert.
Wendy, you may leave the tasting room.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Wendy.
Bye.
Thank you, Wendy.
Walking into the restaurant with my cake, I'm confident of the fact that it's set, but I'm worried that a couple of components are below par.
Simon, how do you feel now?
Still nervous, obviously waiting your judgment, but the crepes, I felt like they came out pretty well. Same with the cream. So we'll see.
Thank you, Simon. Firstly, I want to comment on how fantastic your crepes are. They're really, really good, man.
You know, that looks pretty close to Stephanie's. You can actually see clear seams of cream, of crepe, and of lemon curd. It eats well as a dessert. I like the glossy glaze on top. It's a pity that you whack the jelly into the blast freezer.
So well done, good effort.
Thanks.
Thanks, Simon.
Wendy, Simon, Alex, we have tasted and made a decision on who's the winner of the best lemon curd layer cake. Alex, fantastic presentation. Layers were absolutely beautiful. The only thing that was lacking was a little bit of sugar. You had the right amount of crepes, but they were a little bit rubbery. Simon, you need to work on making jelly. It's not hard. Kids make it with frogs in it. A little bit more practice there. It was a bit lumpy on the top, but hey, those crepes were fantastic and a great balance of flavour. Well done, Simon. Wendy, 2 sheets of gelatine. You needed those 2 sheets of gelatine, but hey, if we were at your house and you gave us that, we would have thought it was the way you do it. It didn't really represent what Stephanie put up, but it had a really fantastic lemony punch. Well done.
Only one person can go through to the semi-finals. Alex, unfortunately, you're not going through to the semi-finals.
That's cool. It was a curd nightmare, and I just knew, and I think that's, you need to know that sometimes. You need to actually be a realist.
Great effort. 2 fantastic dishes. That spanakopita. Every time I now go to Georgie's restaurant, you understand that I'm going to say, Georgie, it's good, but it's not quite Alex Perry's.
Yeah, no, I'm happy to dine out on that. That's good. That's good.
Alex, fantastic job. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Alex.
Simon. Wendy. It comes down to you two. 2 excellent dishes. A hard decision to pick them apart. The winner of today's heat is Simon.
Finally, I hear the words from Matt that I've won, and I cannot believe it. The feeling of winning the pressure test was like watching my wife walk up the aisle. It was almost like scoring 100 for Australia.
Simon, there's a moment you cut that first bit of cake. I looked across at the slice you cut for Gary, and there were those telltale lines. And I thought, oh, This is good. This is very good. You should be very, very proud of what you've achieved.
Thanks very much.
Wendy, Alex, it is time to leave the MasterChef kitchen. Thank you.
All the best, Tom.
I've learned from my MasterChef experience that as a cook, I make a very good children's author.
I was able to do a really bad job of a dessert and still walk with a spring in my step and a smile on my face.
Simon, congratulations. You're through to the semi-final. What are you going to do now to prepare?
Certainly get a fair bit of practice in the kitchen in the next couple of weeks. I know it's going to be a lot of pressure, but at the same time I'm excited about challenging myself and taking myself out of that comfort zone.
Thank you very much indeed for coming. We'll see you again soon.
Thanks very much.
Thank you, Simon.
Now that I've made it through to the semi-finals, I'm extremely excited about what lies ahead, but I know that the serious work begins now.
Next time on Celebrity MasterChef.
We need some hustle and bustle.
Model Rachel Finch doubles her chances.
I've decided to do a main and a dessert.
She's bitten off a lot. I hope she can do it.
AFL star Ryan O'Keefe tackles his own pasta.
I'm not really nervous about what the judges are going to say, as long as they don't absolutely can it.
And legendary reporter George Negus.
Didn't even lose a finger.
Who has the touch to take them to the semis?
There can only be one winner.